You're such an asshole.
Hey everybody, assholeconsulting.com. I have a very interesting question. Dear Captain Asshat, wondering what your opinion is on something I noticed with the Manosphere that is an element that is growing understandably given how abusive employers are and how leftist work environments have become. That is, people who push or hype that it's an option for many people to make money online, mostly through service-based websites and setting up niche websites much like yours. However, I am skeptical that much of this is a self-perpetuating hype that enriches the people who push these ideas. I believe in the need for freedom, but many of these guys are selling dreams. I'd like your opinion on this article and this other website / guy. And he provides two, and I'm not gonna mention them because one, I have nothing against them, and two, I actually don't think they're being malicious or being con men. But there's a whole big gray area which we'll get into. Please keep this anonymous. Also throw in anything that can help the broader audience of your channel. Thanks. All right, well, this is an interesting one, and I did take some notes. So, all right, here's the truth. The truth is that with the evolution of the internet, an entire new Western frontier has opened up for an economy. And I mean a brand new economy, where whatever was offered in the bricks and mortar analog world can now be offered online and digitally. And if you were one of the early movers, just kind of like one of the early pioneers out west, you got your pick of the land and you got yourself a nice spread and you got yourself a nice ranch. And there is a ton of money to be made. Also, not only is it just this switching from analog to digital, when you mention the Manosphere, the red pill, or the alternative media, those were markets that never even existed in the bricks and mortar world because of various control and propaganda and feminism and the public school systems and all that. Now with the internet, now an entire new system, an entire new economy has opened up, and that's basically, well, in the case of ASL Consulting, truth. In the case of, say, like Rollo Royce and Roosh, truth, but also tailored towards men. Basically, the market is picking up where the fucking absentee fathers left off and relearning and then redisseminating masculinity and masculine wisdom. And then that then also Venn diagrams and overlaps quite well with politics and news and being media. And thus it's no surprise that what these guys are offering here, what I kind of do, is the traditional media triple threat. It used to be television, radio, newspapers. Now it's YouTube, podcasts, and blogs. And so, this whole new industry has opened up, and there is a market. Now, not as much of a market and opportunity as there was 10, 15 years ago, but there is a huge market. Is it untapped yet still? Is there the ability to make money? Yes, I think there always is a bill. I don't think the digital Western frontier has been flooded yet, but it is getting flooded. There's more and more people coming online. And you know this, how many of the, I always say, hey, can you link to my blog? And I'm like, okay, this is when blogs were a thing, and they're not the dead medium they are now. And I'd be like, okay, when you write for a year and it's quality shit, 22-year-old dude, bro, who's going to tell me, are you going to tell me more about dating sites? Or are you going to tell me more about how to score with chicks? Get your recently pubescent ass out of here. Podcast, the same thing. Hey, I'm starting a podcast. Sure you are, Skippy. You let me know when you hit 50, episodes regularly. Like it's not a month or two in between. Like you hit 50 episodes. And then I'll think, hell, I'll be interested in advertising on your thing. And most of them don't follow through. So, larger point, yes, there is a market. I do believe these people are sincere. I don't think they're faking it just yet, but kind of in a sense like Tony Robbins. Like, did Tony Robbins ever run an actual company aside from his own, which is just being Tony Robbins? It's kind of like, well, and it's a theoretical debate where it's like, well, look, if Tony Robbins gets people to get off their ass and go do it, well, God bless them. Or Mike Cernovich's books, Guerrilla Mindset. I mean, that's self-help 101. And I was like, oh, okay, hey, but you know what? People like it. It got people off their ass. Who are we to complain or judge? So when it comes to these type of websites, not these particular guys you mentioned, but just in general, what I use as a rule of thumb, and even this doesn't mean they're malicious or what they offer is bullshit, but I draw the line when I start seeing courses being offered in how to become like me. All right? Now again, this doesn't mean they're bad. I teach online classes myself, but they're in finance, and you learn how to do 401ks and all that. But what raises my little yellow flags is when I see courses being offered to do what they do, which makes absolutely no sense, because the last thing you want is competition. For example, I'll give you a perfect example. Let me put this down. House flippers. Hey, come take my real estate seminar and you can learn the bobbity bob's new zim zam flim flam house flipping strategy. You can make... That's like, wait, Bobby flim flam shim sham with the alakazam sauce. Why are you telling us this? Why are you telling me this? If you're a real estate mogul, a real estate investor, the last thing you do is you tell people your formula and your secret on how to make money. Same thing with stocks. Hey, with the Slippy McSlip's stock guarantee algorithm program trading secrets, for $1,000 you can learn how I do it, and then you could be rich like me. It's like, wait a minute. Like, especially trading stocks, the last thing you tell anyone is like, if you know how to corner a market, you don't tell nobody that, because then everyone comes in and does it, drives up prices, and the potential for profit opportunity for profit goes away. So when I see, hey, learn how to flip this house, hey, I mean, there's some douche on YouTube. He's like, hey, what's up? And it's like this white kid with his fucking hat on backwards, and it's this California McMahon, hey, what's it? It's, yeah, fuck you. What do you do? Why are you telling me this? So these guys do offer courses, the one you link, but I'm just saying, in general, courses are not a good sign. And it's like, because what it tells me, how do you, think about it this way, how do you make money during a gold rush? You think, oh, I go pan or mine for gold. No, you don't. Because most of those miners go belly up. There's not that much gold out there. You know how you make money during a gold rush? You sell gold panning equipment. You sell mining equipment. That's how you do it. And that's what this is. And that's what I'm afraid of, is when you start seeing people offer courses. Again, doesn't necessarily mean there's something wrong with it, but that means they're making more money. There's more economic profit and opportunity teaching people to do what they do than they doing it themselves and actually making the money, right? I'd like to think I'm a little bit different than that, because Asshole Consulting, it's specific advice for specific people. I was like, hey, you want to be like Aaron Clary? Come hang out with me and Ty Lopez and this douche with his hat on backwards and learn the Aaron Clary, go on the internet and have money piss on out of your dick program for just $5.99.99. You can learn to be like me. Hey, no. It's like, hey, pay me. Here's your fucking advice, now go away, and then we're all happy. We love Cappy. So I don't do courses because I make too much damn money doing my own shit. So that's where I'm like, courses. Now, does that mean these people are not legitimate? No. I think these people are legitimate. I know a lot of these people, they quit their jobs, they're out there doing it. For example, Andrew Hendrickson he's a good guy, nomad capitalist. He actually goes out there and does the research and publishes books. These guys too, absolutely, they're out there making their money, but once the courses start being offered, I'm like, now, they're not, I don't believe they're malicious, because this gets the Tony Robbins thing. I don't get Tony Robbins. I don't get motivational speakers. I understand the market for them, but why should I listen to you? What have you done? Tony Robbins, the only thing Tony Robbins has done is been himself. And if you can make money off of it, that's a great gig. But what ultimately does Tony Robbins offer? Well, if he gets people off their ass, if Michael Cernovich's book, Guerrilla Mindset, gets people off their ass and motivates them, even though it could be common sense, or you could get that in any self-help book, that's still good, and there's still a market. And so I can't begrudge or tisk these guys. If they get you guys to go out and try your hand at making money on the internet. Now, I think these guys are a little bit more specific. It's like, hey, become like me, a podcasting internet, micro-internet celebrity. It's like, well, yeah, you could do that, but I wouldn't go and borrow money against a house to do it. And I always encourage people, yes, absolutely, go become your own online personality. Please do, because well, for me, it's therapy. Podcasting is therapy. I don't do it for making money. But it's, after a while, you just are consistently doing it. This is, again, I'll explain it here. I don't know if they talk about this in their courses, but why do they call them radio show personalities? Why do they call them television personalities? The word personalities. Like, why do they use that? It's because they're a personality. Because everybody likes to know that person. They become friends. Vicarious and online, but like, oh, you know, you guys all, hey, let's tune into Cappy. Oh, look at that cursing motherfucker. Boy, we sure like that guy. And it's no different than like if you went to a bar with your buddy, you got to know your buddy Steve, and oh, he does fart jokes. Man, oh, Steve, he's a little crass, but man, we like Steve because of the fart jokes. And when I met people in person, it's always kind of funny. They're like, dude, you're just like you are online. I'm like, yeah, why would I? So what's great about if you do it consistently, you will inevitably get a following. Like, think about how many friends you have in your physical vicinity. You got at least a score, especially if you're younger. Now imagine if you're online and you put out regular stuff about whatever you want. Hey, I go bird watching. I'm bird watching Bob. Holy shit. Come watching birds with me. And we're not going to curse because otherwise YouTube might take away our monetization. You will find thousands of people who, oh yeah, bird watching Bob. Hell yeah, I like that. Hey, he saw a squeaky-beaked warbler the other day. He got it on film. It was very nice. So if you do that on the side, don't give up your day job. Over time, you'll get like a congregation. It's kind of like running a church of you. And yeah, it's great. You get to be yourself every day. Hey, I'm going to go ride motorcycles and put pictures up on the internet. Hey, it's really fucking cool. That's how you do it. But it's long and it's a hard drive. I mean, you really got to hustle if you want to grow your blog and your YouTube fast. So there is legitimacy in what they're offering. If you use it to help improve yourself, if it prompts you to get off your ass and do it, I can't criticize Tony Robbins, other motivational speakers, no matter how much I don't understand the concept. If that helps you, by gum, take their courses, read their stuff, but never ever. Here, and this would be the red flag. The yellow flag is courses. The red flag is when they make it sound like it's easy. It's not. I've been doing this shit for over 12, 13 years now. And it took the first 5 to 6 of regular writing to get the following I did. It's like getting a doctorate. It really is like getting a doctorate. You're going to spend 6 to 8 years in college just amassing your clientele. But by the time you're 35 or whatever, you start when you're 25, and you can accelerate it. We know people that became stars in a year or two. It's certainly possible. But it takes work. It takes a lot of work. I mean, go look at Return of Kings. Look at how much, compare here, you can kind of see. Look at assholeconsulting.com and see what a fine job I did programming that site. And then look at Return of Kings, and you can see how much more investment went into it. Now, of course, my website is just strictly functional. It's not made to look pretty. But there's a reason Roosh is probably one of the most successful, he is one of the most successful people in this Manosphere, alternative media, red pill world. There's a reason Chateau Hartis, quality writing, good quality writing, regularly all the time. And Vox Day, same thing, quality writing all the time. That is what's going to make you, that's what's going to help you advance. But keep in mind, it's getting more and more crowded. Getting more and more crowded, so invest now in Vinny Barbarino's, hey, go make some fucking money in the Southern California market. Who's that chick? They do the renovations. It's some douchey looking guy and some hot blonde babe. I always watch it. I'm not paying attention. I'm like, God dang. Oh, by the way, if you want to make a lot of money on the internet, it helps to be a cute girl. Say, tee, I like conservatism. Those are to continue on with the Wild West analogy, the Laura Southerns, and even though I give Julie Borowski credit because she was like one of the original, she's like more of a madam. Shuan had all these hot girls that they're just the town whores at the local bordello. That's all they are. Hey, cowboy, I agree with conservatism. And they like kick up their legs. They got that fucking froofy-froo 1880s big-ass dress or whatever the hell. And got their hair and they're all Miss Kitty-like and like, I believe in capitalism. Come up and pay me sometime. I might show you an ankle. Anyway, so yeah, if you have a pretty set of tits, that's a lot easier. But for us men, which is why we do better in the long run, we can't rely on our looks. We gotta be smart, we gotta write good quality shit, and you gotta work hard at it. So, not against those guys. If it helps you, absolutely. And there is some common wisdom, absolutely. They're not lying to you. But yeah, I wouldn't be paying for courses. I would not be paying for courses. That's where I would draw a line, because that stuff you can figure out because it's logic. You can figure out, oh, what did they do? Oh, look what Roosh does. Okay, he puts the ads there. I can do that. It's not that hard. I mean, if you really want, come to Asshole Consulting and I'll tell you. But honestly, you could do it for free searching it on the internet. All right, you guys got questions. I got answers at assholeconsulting.com. Go there with your questions and give me your money. And then I got my books. You can find that on Amazon.com. And tune in to the Clary podcast. Past 2 ones have been pretty good. I was with the great one himself, Cynical Libertarian Society. That was a good pod. We just chit-chatted. It was a fun time. So, all right, we'll see you kids later. Toodles.